Come on, keep it going for the mayor. Mayor Muriel Bowser. Our mayor is hip-hop. I've seen her in the club multiple times, that's a fact. She be out at night. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to celebrate classic hip-hop. Make some noise for classic hip-hop. And I'm not gonna stand up here and bash the hip-hop of today. It's not my purpose here. We are gonna celebrate the origins. We're gonna celebrate the legends. We're gonna celebrate a time when hip-hop is about fun, about dancing, about detailed critiques of poorly created food. And there's a reason that we're all here, right? We're all here for hip-hop. We're all here for the legends, but there's a person, there's a man who put this together. There were a lot of helping hands. A lot of people lended a hand, but this was the vision of a particular person I've grown to know very well. I've known him since I was in middle school. I worked with him in the studio. I worked with him in various other investment opportunities. And this guy is the reason we're all here. So I'd like us all to make some noise for the founder of the Hip Hop Pop-Up Museum, DJ Boo!
You know, this is an incredible moment, not just for the city and not just for me personally, but for hip-hop music. I love hip-hop, and hip-hop saved my life. That's part of the reason why we started the Hip-Hop Museum, is not just to be the first at something, but to commemorate all of these legends that I grew up idolizing and listening to all these years. Yeah, give it up, give it up. If you love these legends, if you love them like I do. Okay, so here we are, right? 40 years later. 40 years on the anniversary of Rapper's Delight. Do you like Rapper's Delight? I thought so, I thought so. Anyways, this is an incredibly momentous occasion also for the city and also for, you know, American music. Hip-hop has never had a museum. And first and foremost, that's pretty special. We now have one, and it's in DC. What do you guys think about that? Okay, not only do we have a museum in DC, but we have a facility here that has believed in us and our dream to bring this to the people, right? And I just want to thank a few people, because while, yes, I poured my love and my heart and my soul into the collection in the museum wouldn't be possible without all the people that helped us. And first and foremost, I'd really like to send a shout out to Steve Tanner and Ian Callender. Give them a round of applause, everybody. They are the owner and board of director here at Culture House, and without them believing in our vision and our crazy idea of the world's first hip-hop museum, we wouldn't be able to do this, and none of you would be standing here tonight. I also want to send an incredible, huge thank you to all the staff at Listen Vision. Listen Vision Studios, as you guys know, is DC's largest and oldest studio, but the staff saw my insanity and followed with their own insanity. And they stepped up, and the city stepped up, and people from around the country on social media stepped up, and there's a ton of supporters that made this possible, okay? And the staff of Listen Vision, along with Red Summer and Aaron Ramsey, okay, are the curators of this museum. And those two individuals put all of the displays together over simply a 30-day period. Everything you see downstairs was put together in 30 days. Okay? Yeah, give it up to Red and Aaron. That's right. Okay? There's a few other people that I'd really like to thank. My 7-year-old son absolutely insisted on being here tonight, and while I didn't think it was the best place, he had written a speech and he wanted to he was really proud of his dad, and I just want to dedicate this museum to my son and my father, who can't be here tonight, but they're in my heart, and they're the reason why we did this museum. All right, now let's get to the good shit. Okay. So, we have like the biggest legends in hip hop in the building, okay? And what we're gonna do now is we are all going to, all of us, all of you guys, we're going to induct them into the world's first hip hop museum. Okay? That's an amazing sound, wow. Appropriate, I guess. Well, you know, I picked the guy that I'm inducting, of course, because he's a guy that I idolize and I've looked up to since a very, very young age. He's a guy who, you know, you could argue a lot of hip hop wouldn't even exist without him. And his name is Grandmaster Caz. Okay. Let me, before we induct him, Caz, are you in the room? He's downstairs, oh my God, but we can't induct a guy who isn't here. Okay, so let's go to, is Eddie Kane in the building? All right. Well, let's do this. Eddie Kane has a very special induction, so let's go to Eddie's and we'll come back to Grandmaster Caz.